Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Click on the subscribe button to get the notification for the latest released videos. Today we are going to see how to unpivot the data. Sometimes we get the data which is in the pivot format. So for example herein we can see this, we have got the data in the pivot format. What we have is let's say the category, these are the headers here, and the corresponding to this category we have got multiple rows. So herein we have the month wise data, and to display this data unpivoted format. Let's see how it can be done. So we go to Power BI. Let me pull in the data here. So I click on Excel workbook. This is something I have. I'll share the link for this one in the video in the description below. So whenever we get the data like this, we need to think of what are the steps that we are going to do so as to convert the data from the pivot format to the normal tabular format. Let's say we have got the data which is for 2012, that this is the one that we want to target. So click on the transform data button directly. So it will show us the Power Query editor window. And in the Power Query editor window, it has some of the steps that it has automatically executed. Clicked on the source, it connected to it, so it has selected 2012, and thereafter it has promoted the headers. That is number one, this particular record, it has automatically promoted headers and changed the types. We do not want these steps to be executed. Maybe change promoted headers or the change types. Rather, what is it that we have, what for example, if we were to convert this to our tabular data, we need to remove the rows number 1 and 2 and make the third row as headers. Let's do that. So we select remove rows, remove top rows. So the two here, how many rows do we want to remove? The first two rows. Then this is the record that we want to promote as header, and now we say use this row as the header. Now one part is done. Now we need to convert this to be maybe first in a good form, that is remove the rows, something the rows that we don't need, and fill in the values. So the row number 4, if you see total here and the null here, so we want to remove that. So click here and we select this. We do not want to see the null or total, and also the header is getting repeated as well, so we uncheck category as well, so we don't need that. So this part is done. So we get something went wrong. Let me just select that again. So here in I select, I do not want null, I don't want totals, and I don't want the category to appear here again. Click on OK. Sorry, null should be there. I'm sorry. So as of now we have got totals only. So before that, what we do is we remove all the rows which are basically blank rows. So we select remove rows, remove blank rows. So these null rows are removed. Now if I just uncheck totals, that should also be fine, and category as well. This should be okay. So I can select this, uncheck total category and totals. Click on OK. So this is fine. Now the only thing that I want to do is fill the null values with the category which is appearing a step above. So right click here and select fill down. So basically we'll see the bytes and the corresponding the null values under the components have been filled. So work has become pretty nice. The sheet appears nice. So we have got the data from Jan, Feb, March and October, November, December. But on 15th and 16th it is showing something. So we can just remove these columns. Right click, remove the columns. Now what we have is the data for January, February and March till December. We need to, now this data is in pivot format. Just select these cells with the shift key as clicked and right click and select unpivot columns. So what it is going to do is it is going to unpivot the selected columns. So herein we see the attributes and the corresponding values. So we can rename this as maybe month and this one as the sales. One other thing that you always do is, so for example herein it is, let me remove this tab. One other thing that you always do is, by default it has given the data type as ABC, so we can rename this as the maybe a whole number, you can say. So if you know that it's nothing but a whole number only, and thereafter we can click on close and apply. So category, product, attribute we can rename this as month as well, and thereafter we can click on close and apply. So what will happen is this data will be loaded here now, and we'll see the data in tabular format. So it is being loaded as 2012. We can rename this as sales, come in a moment. So we can double click and rename this as sales, and thereafter we can do whatever we want this with this data that we have.